Hello everyone, and today we're watching What Was Earth Like Before the Dinosaurs by What If. Please go and watch the original video and give them all the love. Hello everyone, I am Fat Cat, and yeah.
You're Fat Cat?
Yeah.
Don't call me that, don't you do it.
Fat Cat?
No.
Fat Cat's wife?
I hate when you say that.
Anyway, what do you think the Earth was like before dinosaurs, Julie?
I don't know.
Just a snowy wasteland?
Empty?
Empty? Let's find out.
Less carnivores?
Less carnivores.
Millions of years ago, Earth looked very different. All the continents were fused into one, teeming with life, both beautiful and terrifying. When you think of prehistoric times, you might picture a T-Rex rampaging through the jungle with its razor-sharp teeth. But even before the dinosaurs, there were other giant creatures ruling the Earth. Yeah, welcome to the Permian Period. This epic started 300 million years ago. Back then, our planet had one supercontinent, Pangaea, surrounded by a world ocean called Panthalassa. The Permian Period began at the end of an ice age when temperatures were much cooler than today. Then, during early...
Look at the little doggy.
I ain't little and I ain't a doggy.
were much cooler than today. Then, during early Permian days, Earth warmed to a lush environment with a diversity of plants and a rapid evolution of insect and animal life. Only, as you probably know, everything is ever-changing on our blue marble. Over the next 50 million years, Earth kept growing hotter and drier. Eventually, the most deadly event in the history of our planet wiped out nearly everything that ever lived here. Scientists called this event the Great Dying, and it was the most catastrophic mass extinction event the Earth has ever seen. And the Earth has seen 5 of them. But before we get to all this doom and gloom...
5?
Apparently.
Are we overdue?
Why would you say that in this day and
Let me
age?
take you on an epic journey back in time. Here in the Permian Period, some of the most incredible species that roamed our young planet are about to emerge.
To be free and flexible and creative was really essential to what I wanted to make, and I didn't.
I was trying to be free and watch a video and then you bothered me.
If you could time travel nearly 300 million years into the past, you'd land smack dab in the middle of the supercontinent Pangaea. Earth's smaller continents would have just finished colliding with each other to form this enormous landmass, taking up 1/3 of the planet's surface. There was likely less oxygen in the air than there is now, but you still might be able to breathe. Oh, and bring a jacket, because it would likely be chilly, with some areas averaging no more than a brisk 4 degrees Celsius. But don't worry, things will soon start heating up. By the end of the early Permian, the Ice Age was on its way out, and Pangaea was becoming a lush world. Plants and animals started to thrive. This was a volcanic world. Violent eruptions changed the climate, shaped the landscape, and paved the way for evolution. When giant swamp forests began drying out, plant life had to adapt, and so, 290 million years ago, Earth saw the very first seed-bearing plants called gymnosperms. These plants carried seeds on their cones and...
So, obviously it didn't just change just like that, but...
Interesting.
It is interesting when you think how long a year is, and that's 290 million.
That's a long time. That's a long time.
I don't know what to say really, but...
I like pinecone. It's a nice pinecone.
Pinecone.
Deadly to make, but pinecone.
They spread across the supercontinent like wildfire. The ancient evergreen forest of the early Permian was hiding something familiar. Just like today, you could find cicadas and beetles piercing and sucking on the plants, and the cutest of them all? Cockroaches. Only these weren't the cockroaches you know today. These prehistoric vermin were gigantic, the size of birds.
He's a chunky boy.
But despite their size, cockroaches never ruled prehistoric land, and that's good news, am I right? No, something much more fascinating was roaming Pangaea. The now extinct ancestor of primitive mammals, Dimetrodon. This animal was as fascinating as it was terrifying. Encountering a Dimetrodon would be quite a sight to behold. This ancient lizard grew to 5 meters long and weighed 225 kilograms. It had a large sail running down its spine. Scientists think this sail helped the reptile regulate its body temperature, soaking up warmth during the daytime and dissipating excess heat during the cooler nights. It would walk toward you like a...
Maybe swimming as well. Maybe swimming also helps. You know?
Probably, imagine it would.
With the sail on its back, probably made it able to swim quite well.
Crocodile and act like a total menace.
I'd shit myself if that was me.
Dimetrodon was an...
If one of those appeared in front of me, I'd shit myself.
I think I'd die of a heart
apex
attack.
predator of its time. Watch out for a mix of sharp and flat teeth that would slice you open and grind you up. In the Middle Permian Period, other mammal-like reptiles took over the planet. Therapsids. They had strong jaws with sharp teeth and a somewhat upright stance thanks to their legs being situated underneath their bodies. Therapsid reptiles varied from the 5-meter-long, likely omnivorous Deuterosaurus to the 5 times smaller, meat-eating Lycanops. You could meet plenty more therapsids if you stuck around for another 20 million years. During the Middle Permian Period, Earth kept getting hotter. The average global temperature on Pangaea grew to about 25 degrees Celsius, and volcanoes were spitting greenhouse gases out into the atmosphere. Due to the changing climate, sea levels were shifting, but marine life found ways to thrive. If you were to take a dip in the prehistoric superocean, you'd be swimming alongside ancient sharks and bony primitive fish. Many more complex marine species came and went as the environment kept changing.
Can we agree, right? We would both hate to be in the ocean back then.
Yeah. I don't want to be in the ocean today. I don't want to be in the ocean back then.
Yeah, exactly. Point made.
You don't know what's down there in the end of the day.
Megalodon.
Because they only discovered, what, like 5% of the ocean, they said? 5%? Is it less?
I reckon the Megalodon's down there.
I don't know what's down there, but I don't want to find out.
Megalodon's definitely down there.
Let's hope not. I'm never going to boat again.
In the late Permian Period, you could have a friendly encounter with another reptile, Lystrosaurus. These looked like a cross between a lizard and a pig, but unlike all the scary prehistoric monsters out there, Lystrosaurus was a herbivore. It was just 1 meter long and had powerful front legs for burrowing. If I didn't meet one, I'd meet him. Soon, another cute mammal-like lizard evolved, the cynodont. The cynodont looked like a giant rodent. It was about 1 meter long, had whiskers, and fed on small animals and insects. Now, during this time, something bad was brewing in the air. A large amount of volcanic activity was displacing oxygen from the atmosphere. Scientists think there was as little as 10% oxygen in the air. Compare that to 21% today. You'd have a hard time breathing in that environment. And the temperature kept rising and rising. With an average temperature of about 28 degrees Celsius, this lush prehistoric world was turning into an oven. All good things must come to an end, and sadly, this period came to a particularly brutal one. About 252 million years ago, about 90% of all plant and animal life was wiped out. This tragic moment is called the Great Dying, and it was Earth's most devastating mass extinction event. Scientists still debate what caused this catastrophic extinction. Most theories suggest it was the result of explosive volcanic activity.
Do you agree?
Probably.
Doesn't America have a super volcano?
I know we have volcanoes.
Yellowstone.
I just don't know much about it, but I know we have a few.
Mm.
I know Hawaii has one.
Yeah, I think Hawaii has one. Yeah, I know Indonesia has one as well. That's quite bad. Is it Indonesia? I can't remember. But if one of those blows, we all blow. So.
Oh, goody.
You don't realise how many mass extinction events we've dodged, do you?
Yeah, I know. Too many. Way too many.
Eventually our time's going to come. Sleep well.
As huge volcanic eruptions swept the continent, massive amounts of ash were unleashed into the atmosphere. So much ash that it blocked out most, if not all, of the incoming sunlight. And with no sunlight, global temperatures dropped suddenly. Plants couldn't perform their photosynthetic processes and died off. And without plants...
Wouldn't it take the last of the oxygen?
What?
They already had low oxygen at this time, right?
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to kick that. They already had low oxygen, and then that cloud gets released. Wouldn't most things just die from lack of oxygen?
Yeah, surely. So it was just a wasteland.
Yeah, like you can't supply that oxygen. Those animals needed it.
So how was the preceding thing made then?
The very basis of their food chain, animals soon followed. Things got worse before they got better. Because of all the carbon dioxide emitted during the volcanic eruptions, global temperatures rose again. And not just to where they were, but higher, much higher. And this caused the superocean to lose most of its oxygen. And unable to breathe, a majority of the Permian sea animals perished. Eventually, over 95% of marine species and more than 70% of land animals became extinct. This mass extinction event could make you sad enough to want to bring back all the animals that have ever gone away. Dinosaurs too. But that's a story for another.
I don't think so.
What if?
No, I will not bring extinct animals back.
We should bring some of them back, but
No.
not the eating ones.
No, I don't think so. I don't think we're not God. We shouldn't be playing.
I mean, you want to bring back a bird that ain't gonna murder you, then yeah, go for
Well,
it.
there is a thing called a terror bird.
Well, we could bring back the dodo bird.
But what are they carrying that can infect us?
I don't know. Ask the
Well
dodo
done,
bird.
Julie. Well done.
I mean, it might do someone some good.
Oh, like what?
It might take some stupid out.
What we've learned is that it tastes like chicken.
And they're cute. And they remind me of you.
Whatever.
You're like a big bird sometimes.
Well, guys, that was our video on what was Earth like before the dinosaurs by What If.
Plus, we should learn how to do it, though, before we lose our pandas and everything.
Alright, yeah, so.
Because some stupid poacher. Just poach the poacher.
Okay. Anyway,
Leave the pandas alone.
we'll see you in the next video, guys. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.
Bye. Poach the poachers?
Poach to poach.
We should! I agree with the one.
Let's go. Time to grind, get inside your mind. Yeah, we working overtime. That's the only way to climb. We gon' make it in our prime, signing on the dotted line.